EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Monarchs and the Atlanta Falcons.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Brady going to throw. And his first look is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Brady's throw there complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Down, Monarchs.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Complete.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
3-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. A pretty decent gain.
And goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Ball carrier.
Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Makes the score Monarchs 7, Falcons nothing.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Second and inches at the 35-yard line.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
54, right there, 54.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And at the 39-yard line.
Check 45, come on. Hey, here we go. Check 3, check 3. Get that ball, Dean.
They'll drop the throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Open man has got it. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they get on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
At the 12-yard line.
Let's go. Cougar 19. 54. Coming in.
Here's White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
Ready. 79.
Looking to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Over 1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
Now, this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense?
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A minute 52 to play until halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a carry for White. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
45.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Going up top for Miller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. you got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. So after the INT, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught at the 10. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Second and goal from the 1. The final shot before half for Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And this will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go with White on the counter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
45.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Brady going to sling this out wide to Godwin. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now a play fake, Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
False start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, it's Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Just shy of the 10. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will get it first and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Single. Alert 86. Alert 86. Watch tight end. Tight right.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
45. Hey, watch your leg. Check.
The shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the stop.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 45. You gonna see me in Cowboy 80. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Check the backer. Shit.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Shotgun now for Brady. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Barkley a first down and more. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Brady. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Out for the PAT, here's McGinnis.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
The game at 14. Bradley Pinions.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
7 yards, the pickup there.
And 3 at the 44-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
Back to throw, Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down.
Now Brady. Evans has it left side. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw is Brady. Dancing to his left. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Brady to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him, kicking it from a long...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team was...
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So third down coming up. And, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll drop it underneath to White. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. The Falcons send out their punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Throwing on first down is Brady. And it's incomplete.
Brady's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now the timeout comes here, and the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
47-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights.
17.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for our visitors, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.